What's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, Joker back again once again, and today we are back to talk about this week at Bungie. There's a lot of good stuff here to cover, so without further ado, let's just dive right in. The TWAB starts off talking about the Halloween event. We've already done a video on that, so let's skip this and get right into the meat and potatoes. The next section outlines the new Light experience. Because every video is somebody's first, I just did a video detailing how starting Destiny for the first time right now under the New Light experience sucks. And it seems Bungie agrees with me, so what are they doing to change the New Light experience for new players? Quote, over the last year, there has been a lot of great feedback about the new player experience in Destiny 2. Currently, players are given a single mission to become acquainted with some of the basic mechanics and then let loose in the tower without much direction on where to go or what to do next. Again, we talk about all of this in my Why Starting Destiny 2 Sucks video. Check that out. Link will be in the description or on the screen in the sidebar. But anyways, back to the article. This led to some confusion as many players didn't know exactly where to start. Who's that robot that is meticulously cleaning an auto rifle? What do I do with these engrams? And what's a Zavala? The team has been working to restructure the on-ramp for Destiny 2, and today we're giving you a small glimpse into the New Light experience. Starting November 10th, players will start the same way that most of us have. A ghost will be on the hunt for their guardian. They'll stumble upon you, and they'll revive you for the first time. What's different is you won't immediately find a ship. Rather, you'll stumble onto another guardian in the wild. Shah Han is his name, and he's on a mission with his fire team to investigate what the Hive are up to in the Cosmodrome. He'll show you the ropes and help you to find your way among the gameplay and systems of Destiny 2. As a new player, you'll spend your first few missions getting acquainted with the state of the world in Destiny 2. You'll have the opportunity to take a few weapons out for a spin, find engrams to try different armor, and see our progression systems, and have some time to learn how to navigate our user interface to understand quests, bounties, collections, and more. All of this will happen before you set foot in the tower. And our hope is that this refreshed New Light experience will give a much warmer welcome to Guardians as they play Destiny 2 for the first time. With the Cosmodrome coming out of the Destiny Content Vault, DCV, this gave us the perfect opportunity to overhaul our new player experience. For veteran players out there, this will be a stroll through memory lane. While the Plague Lands are strictly quarantined via Vanguard order, you'll still be able to explore much of what you remember from your first days as a Guardian. Running through the moth yards to collect spin metal, heading down the stairs of the steps to face off against powerful Hive Knights, and more. There will be occasional moments of discovery, like stumbling upon a lost sector that you haven't seen before. If you're an existing player and would like to go through the New Light quest, it will be available for you on November 10th. We're excited to see how new players react to our revamped New Light experience, and for many of you to get your boots back on the ground in the Cosmodrome. So this already sounds great. While it is the same starting point for new Guardians as Destiny 1 Guardians, it sounds like on paper that this quest will quickly delineate itself with a Hive-based quest instead of the Fallen House of Devils quest we got at the beginning of Destiny 1. With the new character, Shaw leading the charge. Now, some of you might be quick to remind me,
but Joker, in Destiny 1, there was this huge quest that dealt with the Hive when you first started the game. It's where the wizard, "It came from the moon" quote comes from.
And you know what, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, you wouldn't be wrong, so I'm really interested to see how this delineates from that quest, or if it's just a blatant copy-paste. But I digress. This is, of course, one of those wait-and-see things. On paper, it looks like this is going to be really cool for new players. It's everything that I said needed to happen, though not as extravagant as I wanted it to happen, as detailed in my Starting Destiny 2 Sucks video. All of that said, the really important thing is how this affects the game going forward. One of my bigger complaints about the way Destiny 2 starts is how that start affects everything else in the game. Basically, the game needs to double down on the tutorials because people weren't doing the New Light tutorial. So you come into Forsaken, and after a really cool first mission, the story stops so you can have a tutorial of how to play the game, something players already should know. Same thing happened with Shadowkeep, but that was actually just basically all of Shadowkeep. Now, Bungie doesn't really have an excuse for this tutorial-like busy work making up large portions of the DLC. And before somebody corrects me going,
but Joker, Forsaken wasn't part of New Light. Forsaken came out before New Light.
Yes, but people were skipping the Red War to go play Forsaken. And Bungie knew people would do that because that's what happened with Taken King, that's what happened with Rise of Iron, and all of these had to double down on their tutorials as well. Just have a good tutorial mission. That's mandatory. And we won't have to keep doing this. Gasp! Shock! Horror! Lightning crackle, lightning crackle, lightning crackle. And it looks like that's what Bungie is doing here, but only time will tell. The other part of the TWAB that's really important is the changes coming to mods with Beyond Light. Quote, mod modifications. We're a little over a month from Beyond Light. 33 days to be precise. We have quite a bit to cover between now and then, from sandbox updates to how your various economies are being updated. Sandbox is always a hot topic of discussion. And today, we'll be delving a bit deeper into the ways you customize your gameplay experience through armor mods. Armor mods are used to elevate your reload speed, ability regen, and more to higher levels. In November, some of the mods you commonly used are being tuned. Some mods will be buffed, while others will be removed altogether. Here, we're going to delve into a patch note preview of sorts, with snippets of developer commentary from the development team throughout, energy type requirements. All of the weapon-oriented mods, i.e. hand cannon loader, fusion rifle ammo finder, etc., have been changed to be any energy type. As a result of the above change, all arc charged with light mods now activate their second perk if you have another arc mod equipped on the same armor piece, or if you have any other arc charged with light mods socketed on any other armor piece you are wearing. Developer commentary. Removing the energy type requirements from weapon-focused mods has been a consistent piece of community feedback since Armor 2.0 launched. However, doing so meant that every mod socket would be displaying 3 times as many mods at a time, which would become cumbersome. So yeah, this is a great change. This is something I've made videos about that people have been calling for, like they said, since Armor 2.0 released. Bungie tried a band-aid fix by giving players the ability to change the element typing of their armor, but that was ridiculously expensive if you already had your armor upgraded fully. Now, they're removing it, which is great. I nothing more to say about that. Thank you, finally. You did the thing. You listened. That's probably going to be the title for this video. Bungie listened? Scooby-Doo confusion voice? Question mark? But the TWAB goes on to talk about other mod changes. Enhanced mod rebalancing. All mods that have an enhanced version of that mod, i.e. enhanced hand cannon loader, have had the base mod's efficiency increased to match that of the enhanced version of the mod. As a result, those enhanced mods have been depreciated, and the base mod's energy cost have been adjusted upwards slightly, but are still lower than the equivalent enhanced mods. Some mods have been moved to different slots to create more competition for mod sockets across armor pieces. For example, the fast and ready mods have been moved to the arm socket. Developer commentary. We constantly see feedback that players often don't start feeling the impact of their mods until they have enhanced mods, or 2 non-enhanced mods socketed. So, to resolve both these issues, we decided to raise the floor on the effectiveness of all mods to the point where players were more likely to feel their impact, and to depreciate the 2 tiers of mods. This should also make having 2 different mods in the same category, say hand cannon loader and shotgun loader, socketed at the same time more appealing than it was previously, where players often needed to double stack the same mod to feel like they were getting any benefit. In essence, we're making enhanced mods cheaper and more accessible, and depreciating the lesser mods. Again, nothing really to say about that. I think this is one of those things where the change is kind of self-evident as to why it's good. It's streamlining a system and removing redundancy. I will still hold final judgment until the system is released, however, because based on balancing and what's moved where, we could have the potential to ruin a lot of builds instead of enhancing a lot of things. Who knows? I'm just being realistic. And yeah, that's it for the weekly update. There's a lot of credit where credit is due stuff here. Fanboys who don't think I can praise Bungie, pay attention. Bungie, you did a great job with this week's TWAB. A lot of really cool updates coming. I'm super excited. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Remember to like, but only if you did. Subscribe for more. Feel free to donate to my Patreon if you're feeling particularly generous. But above all else, stay frosty.